Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it clear. Come on, say it clear.
Welcome back to The Living Years, a journey through the films and albums from each year of my life. And right now we are going to begin my top 20 movies of 1979, which begins with Steve Martin's first starring role, The Jerk. My feelings about this movie are complicated. From having seen it before many years ago, I agree strongly that it was groundbreaking and influential, but as I watched it again with fresh eyes, I wasn't necessarily laughing out loud as much as I expected. But then I was thinking fondly about several humorous scenes for days after, so I don't know. Here it lands at number 20. My 19th favorite is And Justice for All, featuring Al Pacino. It was a fairly uneven but ultimately rewarding legal drama. We see a cast of lawyers and judges struggling with moral and ethical decisions associated with their line of work. This film is best known for Pacino's big speech at the end, and it does not disappoint. "You're out of order! You're out of order! The whole trial is out of order!" Ultimately, we are led to wonder if the entire legal system is broken beyond repair. In the 18th spot is the original Mad Max. Considering the sequels that would follow, this film was far more basic than I expected. The setting seems to be just barely post-apocalyptic and far more Next Tuesday. Having said that, though, I liked it a lot. It is raw, it's low budget, and it's quite compelling. Everything was just bonkers enough to keep me smiling through it all. Black Stallion is at number 17. This was a great entry in the boy and his horse genre. Beautifully shot, well-paced, well-acted. I preferred the first half at sea and on the island more than the second half where they're back home and racing. But the boy's performance sold me on every scene, especially those without dialogue, and there were plenty. The very first film I watched for this project is at 16, Being There. What a delightfully bizarre film. Peter Sellers is here, best known for playing Inspector Clouseau in the Pink Panther films. Here he plays a mentally challenged gardener who finds himself homeless and jobless one day when his boss/father figure unexpectedly dies. His misadventures are varied, and it all makes for a lovely satire about life, death, politics, and religion, maybe? The ending is a head-scratching discussion starter for sure. Best Boy in the 15th spot gives us a very different take on a mentally challenged character. This one is a documentary about Philly, a man-child in his 50s with aging parents who are starting to realize they won't be around forever to take care of him. Their journey is filmed simply and lovingly by a cousin who assists with the tough decisions having to be made along the way. At number 14 is Castle of Cagliostro from famous Japanese filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki. This was his first full-length debut and is quite unlike his famous fantasy films like Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away. This one is more like an Indiana Jones-style adventure film. It's a wild ride with plenty of excitement and unpredictable twists. Lucky number 13 is Escape from Alcatraz. Clint Eastwood leads us through a very entertaining prison film. There's plenty of tension and relationship building along the way. The mean guy is super creepy. Future films like The Shawshank Redemption would improve on the formula, but for now I really enjoyed this one. My 12th favorite film of 1979 is The China Syndrome. This is a very well-made thriller with a great lead trio of Jane Fonda, Jack Lemmon, and Michael Douglas. The plot involves a nuclear power plant and some questionably dangerous decision-making on the part of those in charge. The ending was particularly exciting and dark. Our final film of this episode is The Warriors. What a cool, weird, flawed, delightful film. New York City gangs, both threatening and fantastical, attempt to thwart the homeward-bound warriors, led by Xanadu's Michael Beck. These rivals include the baseball clowns, the mimes, and of course the hillbillies on roller skates. The director had quite the vision, and as a result, it's the definition of a cult classic. That means there are only 10 films left. I can't wait to share them with you in the next episode. Join me next time for my final favorites of 79. See you then.
Say it loud.